am a second-year student here at UCF. I am 6'3". I weigh approximately 260 pounds. I wear size 13 shoes. I have naturally brown hair, bluish-green eyes, but I have contacts in right now. I like to read books. I like to play video games, hang out with my friends, watch TV. One of my favorite channels is actually Disney Channel. I really love the show Wizards of Waverly Place. Great show for me. I really like the fantasy video games. Sometimes I play Dungeons and Dragons, which, if you don't know what that is, I'm sitting at a table with a group of friends. We have a little board in front of us, and we're running around in a dungeon fighting a dragon. I'm a gnome, which means I'm that tall. It's really cool. A lot of people here are pretty much wondering why I'm telling you all this. Well, as you can see, love yourself. I'm here just to try and convince some people to stop thinking that just because there's something about them that's different, or there's something that they think they look really bad, it doesn't matter. Accept it as yourself and love yourself. But there's actually a serious reason why I'm saying this, not just to make everyone feel better. On the American Academy of Adolescent and Child Psychiatry, it says each year in the United States, thousands of teenagers commit suicide. Suicide is the third leading cause of death for 15 to 24-year-olds, and the sixth leading cause of death for 5 to 14-year-olds. And in the book Teen Suicide by T.L. Rowland, it says, suicide rates are increasing among male minority teens, and homosexuality is a risk factor for teen suicide. There are kids out there that, because they're different and people make fun of them for being different, they're so self-conscious that they physically are feeling pain and they think the only way to stop this is by killing themselves. I personally have never had that feeling. I have never had the feeling that I wanted to kill myself, and I'm glad I never have. But obviously thousands of people out there do. And one of the leading causes of suicidal depression or thoughts is self-image issue and self-confidence. So what I'm here to do is to hopefully convince some people to just stop looking at each other and judging and just accept everyone for who they are. In the book Building Self-Confidence, it says, the development of self-confidence through identifying one's positive qualities and appreciating the qualities of others helps greatly with depression. I'm just going to give a few little quick points on different ways that you can maybe overcome this, help other people if they do have some issues with this. 1, recognize your insecurities. You need to just look at yourself and say, what do I feel self-conscious about, and then accept that as, that's who I am. It doesn't matter that it's different, it's just the way I live. For me, personally, I'm actually very self-conscious about my nose hair. I once looked in the mirror and just realized, I had bushes just shooting out of my nostrils, and I felt so bad about it. And then one day I looked at myself and I realized, who's actually looking at my nostrils? Who in this room was looking at my nostrils before I said that? No one raised their hand. Honestly, it doesn't matter. People think that something that's on them is so different and so disgusting when really no one even notices. Just accept the fact that, yes, I have nose hair. I could probably braid my nose hair if I didn't trim it. It doesn't change anything. Don't view yourself as inferior to other people. I'm taller than some people. I'm heavier than some people. There are short people, tall people, fat people, thin people. They have different color hair, eyes. They have different color skin. It doesn't mean that one's inferior to someone else. It just means that they're different or unique or just not the same. That doesn't mean they're inferior. You need to also constantly remember that everything you do in life can be looked at as a success. I'm not just talking, I ended world hunger, I created world peace. I was working at a summer camp once, and this little kid just ran up to me, looks at me and goes, I just went to the bathroom by myself, and just ran off and played with his friends. He was so freaking happy that he had just gone to the bathroom by himself that he just ran off and played kickball, the best kickball game he's ever played. I'm sitting there thinking, he just got excited over that. And I realized to him, that's a huge success. To a lot of people, some things that you consider small are amazingly large successes for them. Tying your shoes by yourself, pouring yourself a bowl of cereal, anything as small as that, or as big as creating world peace. Look at it, remember it, that you do produce things in life. Accepting compliments. A lot of people have a problem with this, even if they don't realize it. If someone comes up to you and says, oh, I like your hair today, don't just roll your eyes and sort of pass it off. Someone really does think your hair looks nice today, and realize that your hair does look nice. Everyone's hair looks nice, even if you're bald and you only have one piece of hair coming up. That's what you want to do with your hair, go for it. Usually I have blue hair. I think that looks good. A lot of people disagree with me. An active exercise that you can do. Just go up, look in the mirror and smile. There's a thing called facial feedback theory that says that when a face sees an expression and they recognize that expression that is tied to some kind of emotion, the brain will be more inclined to actually lean towards that emotion. So if you see someone else smiling or you see yourself in the mirror smiling, your brain will think, that's a smile. That means happy. I'm going to be happy from now on. And so your brain gets a little happier every time it sees a smile. Something else is, along the lines of the facial feedback, is talk to yourself in the mirror. Just look at yourself and say, I like my ears. I like my eyes. I think my hair looks nice today. I think I'm losing weight. Anything that you like about yourself, say it. Because when your brain hears something repeated over and over and over again, it'll actually recognize that as being true. So when people are sitting there saying, life is meaningless, my life sucks, if they keep saying that, then your brain actually starts to believe it's true. So don't say things like that. Say positive things like, I have awesome shoes. Or even, some people out there truly believe that they don't have anything good about themselves. They believe that there's nothing good that they can compliment themselves on, which is false. If that's the case and you really think that, lie to yourself. Just go up and say, I have the best right shoulder in the entire world. Lie to yourself. Your brain will still take that as being true, repeat it, and then someday you're going to be walking down the street and go like, I do have a nice shoulder. It's a shoulder. Some people might not think it's good. You think it's the best. That's what matters. What you think. If someone comes up and says to you, you're short and smelly. So, you might not be as tall as other people. You might have a different odor than other people. No one's perfect. You don't need to go around just telling people that they're different than you and then making fun of it. Accept it as being true. Go out there, compliment someone, give someone a hug, and just realize that the diversity in this world is what makes up this world. The differences between us all. So if you see someone that looks a little down, go and try and help them some. Because I really don't want that number to be 1001.